Okay, welcome to lesson 19, Thursday 17th of July 08. Now we'll continue on from where I left off, where the board was falling all over the place. I hope it gave you a bit of a laugh. Anything to cheer up music theory, which can be rather boring. But anyway, what I want to cover on this lesson, I want to start talking about a new formula. It's called the natural minor scale formula, and it's quite similar to the one we've been doing, this tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone formula. This was the major formula, and we wrote a C octave from C to C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. We applied this pattern, this formula to it, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, on the piano. And we could see by doing that we did not land on any black keys, enharmonic black keys. Thus we did not produce any sharpened notes. I've wrote here, this one is the major numbers, or the major spelling as they call it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's go on to this new one, this new natural minor scale. It's called natural because there's another one called relative minor scale, and I'll explain what that is later on. It's quite related to this. So let's look at this new pattern, how it differs. Tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. It's quite different to this. This is two tones to begin with, and this is just one. Where you will see this, if we look, let's just see how it relates to this. I want to imagine this is a loop coming back round to the beginning. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if we start from that 6th position here, look at the similarity, or look at the identical. Tone, semitone, to the beginning, tone, tone, semitone, tone. That pattern, that new natural minor scale formula or pattern, is exactly the same but just taken from the 6th position. Tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. Now a lot of people generally don't know that, and there's another significance we're going to deal with later called the relative minor scale. But for now we just want to talk about the natural minor, and if we applied this new pattern, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, to this C major scale here. Let's just do this octave of C here, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, just a natural octave, and we're going to apply this minor formula, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. I've not got a drawing of a piano. It's on the other side of the board, but I've got it all pegged up. So I might have to just briefly recover this again. But just take my word for it, if you start off on your C on a piano and you go to a D by a tone, and then you go a semitone, and you go a tone and a tone and a semitone, you'll see that you actually land on some black keys. Now we're not going to call the black keys sharps, we're going to call them flattened, because anything that's flattened produces a minor. Anything that's lowered or flattened produces a minor. So what would be the result if you went from C to C applying this new pattern? Well, this actually would be the result, but I'll show you physically later on the piano. We'd end up with a C to start with. We'd end up with a D from the tone. Semitone, we'd end up on the black key, which is like D sharp, E flat. We're going to call it E flat. So if we go from that black key, toe, which goes to the E and to the F, we end up with a normal F. We go from the F via a tone, we end up on a G. We go from that G, white key, and a semitone, we end up on that middle of the three black keys. Now, you're thinking, yeah, it's G sharp, or actually we're going to call it A minor. It's enharmonic, we want to call it A minor. We go another tone from that black key, we end up on B flat, or you might say A sharp, but we're going to call it B flat. So look, this is the result of this formula. Normal C to C, no sharps, no flats. We apply that pattern, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, structure, formula, pattern, whatever you want to call it. We end up with a C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C. Now, I've not spoken about these numbers yet. Let's look at these numbers for the major 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we write the major, we've done an octave of C, we've applied the major structure to it, we haven't ended up with any sharps on that one. If we'd have done it from G to G, we'd have ended up with an F sharp, and we'd have wrote it as such. Now, a quick way of doing this natural minor scale formula, instead of doing tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, we can use this 1, 2, flatten the third, 4, 5, flatten the sixth, and flatten the seventh of the major scale. So if it was a G, the Fs would be sharpened, remember, so you might end up flattening the F. But for now, we'll look at the C octave, and coincidentally this is a result of the C major formula 2. So we're still changing it, we're just lowering it from a tone, semitone, we're lowering that E, the normal E, to an E flat. So this is the result. It's the result of applying that formula, or this quick conversion from major to minor. That's a formula, but this is a quick one, and it has to come from a major, something that's already been an octave that has already been converted into the major. Then you can use this 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. If you've any doubt, just do your normal octave, C to C or D to D, G to G or F to F, whatever, and apply your tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone structure to get the minor result. If you see it's already been done in the major scale with all these sharps in, then just do your 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7 to convert it from major to minor. Okay, we're going to go into the next lesson and talk about what is a relative minor scale. It's very similar to this, so don't be put off. It's all about where we started from this sixth position. You know, this tone, semitone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. It's all about this sixth, starting there. This C major scale has a relative scale, all works well together, and it starts from A. So it is A minor. It's the A minor scale that works well with the C scale. That sounds a lot of waffle, but you'll see when we get to it. Okay, we'll call it a day for this one. I hope you've been able to understand that.